What's going on, guys? It's Austin here with the Upswing Report, and today I'm going to help you not be boring. One of the main factors is your mindset. You can't tell yourself, oh, I'm boring, I have no friends, I'm not interested in anything. You have to be positively affirming yourself and changing your mindset to, I am interested in this, I am passionate about this, I am this way, I am that way, and you need to have your self-talk be telling you that's exactly how it is. Now, that's very high level, and I might actually make a video on how I personally do this and have done this in the past to break through different barriers to make sure that my mindset is in the right place. Now, it might be really tough, but just the high level view here is make sure that you are thinking in your head, I'm not boring. And if you do mess up and you say, oh yeah, I'm boring, you have fears, social anxieties, just remember that you can always reset and always think about how you can improve. Have a growth mindset, know that you can get better and better and you can be more interesting, and don't settle. Because truly, the mind is your soil where all things grow or don't grow from. Another tip on how not to be boring is ask people questions when you're in conversation with them. And I'm not really asking yes or no or very narrow questions like, how was your weekend? Because a lot of times people just say, oh yeah, it was great, how was yours? And that's very superficial. But get in the habit to asking people really deep questions. Be genuinely interested in people and say, hey, what are your passions? Or be observant. If somebody has a fishing thing on their desk, or if you're in somebody's dorm room and they have a certain musician on their wall, or hey, what are you listening to? Oh, tell me why you like hip hop. Or, you just try to ask questions to get people to talk about past the surface level. And then they're gonna in turn start to ask you questions, and they'll start to have that conversation, that dialogue, and then people will turn around and be like, wow, that guy, he's really interesting. He's got a lot going on for himself. So again, if you start asking the right questions, people will love it and it'll reflect really good back on yourself. And then they'll most likely start asking you questions. But if there's a case where you keep on asking these questions and you're digging deep and you give it a good shot and they're not reciprocating, then that person's probably very self-focused and you probably don't want to be around them or spend that much time with them anyway. All right, the third principle is kind of a mind trick, and don't take this the wrong way, but it's very effective. The trick is the scarcity cognitive bias that we all have. So the scarcity concept, to put that into real life, is think about it. Why are diamonds more valuable to us as water? The utility of a diamond is really not that much. Sure, there's cutting tools that are used from diamonds, but overall, you don't have water, you die. If you don't have a diamond, not a big deal. But the idea is there are less diamonds available than water, and that makes them very valuable. So when someone asks you, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Or hey, are you available after work? Or hey, after class, you want to go grab a drink? Think through before you answer that. And what I mean by that is don't always say, yes, I'm available. Because if you do, it makes you look like you have nothing going on in your life. Now, this might be taken the wrong way where it just looks like you're playing games, but at the same time, we all have choices in our life. We can go and study, we can go catch up on our self-time, we can go listen to music. You don't have to always commit to whatever someone says right away. And it's almost kind of like the fake it till you make it type concept. When people realize that, hey, look, this guy isn't available all the time, he's not going to be sticking around for hours and hours on end, that makes you look less boring and more interesting. The fourth principle is to cut down on TV, social media, and things like YouTube. Except my channel, of course. Believe it or not, I read a study that showed that the average American, 5 hours of TV that they spent watching per day. And that's insane. So don't be one of those people that slug down and just watch TV for hours and hours on end. Yeah, it's great to watch Game of Thrones. Yeah, Walking Dead, I've heard is great. But at the same time, don't be spending so much time on your day watching TV, living someone else's world where you can go out there and live your own. That last point was easier said than done, but in order to just cut that stuff out, you need to replace it with more interesting things. Start really small. Maybe join a sports team, join a group at church, or even go to meetup.com and find something that you'd be interested in and put it on your calendar. Because if it's on your calendar, it's set in your mind that, hey, this is something on my schedule, and it will help you replace the other mundane things such as TV, YouTube, or just social media browsing and not really doing anything. And then when you're out there, you're meeting people, you're asking the right questions, they're thinking you're interesting, and you're getting more and more and more out of life. The sixth thing is to find passion in whatever you're doing. If you're studying for an exam or you're reading over the material for your class, don't think of it like it's a mundane thing. Think about the opportunity, not the obligation. Think about, hey, this is helping me get my dream job. I'm making my parents proud. Or I'm learning this new thing to make myself grow. Don't look at the negative, look at the positive. Again, don't focus on the obligation, focus on the opportunity. Another quick example of this and how you can flip around your mindset. Let's say you sell mortgages. Well, you're not a mortgage salesperson. What you are you're a hero. You're a hero, you're helping people get their dream home, and you're helping them build a family and setting them up for success. That's what you're doing. Again, going back to the mindset, that's exactly what we need to start thinking like. Don't think of the negative thing, think of the positive thing. All right, my last thing is just go out there and do it. You know, like Shia LaBeouf says, just do it. You know what I mean? Just go out there and do it. Because fear kills action, but guess what? Action kills fear. So there's a principle that I like to use in this. It's called the 3, 2, 1 countdown principle. Almost in your head, your mind will play tricks on you where it's like, oh, you don't want to do this. They'll start thinking of all the problems. Again, not the opportunity, but the obligation. So in order to combat this, think of in your mindset when there's something that you're running up against that, by the way, if you are rubbing up against something, that's probably the thing that right behind it is all what you want in life. So think about 3, 2, 1. Count down in your head, 3, 2, 1, and go and get it. You know what I mean? Go and get it. So think of that, 3, 2, 1, because when you start, the first thing, again, action kills fear, and you need to start thinking through that. So the best way to do that, before your mind can start telling you and you can have that negative self-talk, just say 3, 2, 1, and just do it. If you're gonna go up to and say, hey, that pretty girl, go and freaking do that. Think 3, 2, 1. If you're gonna send an email that you don't really wanna send, but you know you have to, or make a sales call, go and do that. Or study for your exam, or go into that group. You need to do 3, 2, 1, and before you can even think through it, go out there and get it, because after you've done it, you're gonna look back and be like, wow, that wasn't that bad. But if you never go out there and do it in the first place, then you're just gonna miss out on life. Again, the 3, 2, 1 principle will help put your brain in its place and help you get ish done. Hey guys, if you haven't heard already, I'm actually launching a clothing line, and there's a link to a form right below this video. You can fill it out, and then we'll let you know about the launch, and we'll even showcase some of our designs before they're released to the public. Fill the form out below, and we'll get you more information. All right guys, so that's it. That's 7 tips on how to be less boring and more interesting. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, give me a comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right, YouTube, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.